How much of a risk is this coming game in terms of it being a banana skin?
Yeah, it's a big risk, you know what I mean? I see what you're saying there. It's a massive game for both clubs, you know, because you don't know what you'll get in the next round. We're really looking forward to it. You know, we've had a good love affair with the Scottish Cup over the years. It's been good to us, you know, but we know we're going there as the favourites, you know, and they've sold out, which is brilliant, you know, but it's going to be a great game. I think they'll have a right go. I think they've got a really good record at home. We've watched them a couple of times as well, and they've got some experience on their side. So yeah, we know that we're going to go down there and it's going to be a really difficult game. So we're going to have to be at our best to make sure that we go into the next round. So we'll be prepared and we'll be ready for the game.
The fact that you're away, is that an extra sort of challenge for you?
Yeah, it's always a challenge in the Scottish Cup because there's always upsets, do you know what I mean? So Tranent will want to make that, for them they want to have an upset there, but we'll make sure, we're doing our best to make sure that obviously that doesn't happen, you know, but it's going to be a good atmosphere, you know, and it's great because that's what you want, that's what the Scottish Cup's all about. But we're excited, you know, they look as if they're very excited and they're up for it as well. So yeah, it's going to be a hard game, but we'll make sure we're at our best.
You're clearly flying at the moment. What's the fitness situation like?
Yeah, fitness situation's good. You know, we've got boys back and that's why through the week we made changes to try and keep it fresh. You know, we've got a good squad in there and they're all going to play their part at certain parts of the season. You know, we've got ourselves in a good position in the league, but that's parked for the minute, and it's the Scottish Cup that we're looking forward to, you know, and it's a game that we're really looking forward to, and it's one that we'll go there to do our best to try and win it. Any
injury issues at all?
No injury issues at the moment, so we're all good there.
Fantastic. Will you be making any changes from the last performance?
Well, we'll look at it. We'll see. We'll look at their team a wee bit more depth today, and we'll be making a decision on what team we think's best for the game. You know, so we'll know that probably more later today or tomorrow there, where we'll decide on the team what it's going to be, because it's been a busy week. You know. Frustrating week as well in terms of Tuesday night. You know, we've probably come up the road. Yeah, I was happy with a point at the time, you know, but when I've watched the game back, I have to say, really frustrated with the decision that went against us late on, 91st minute, because it's a big decision, you know. I think it's a stonewall penalty. The ref, he's probably got a harder angle, if I'm all fairness, but that's why the assistants are there to help. You know, you can clearly see that it's a penalty all day, every day, you know, and that has been sort of done twice this year, you know, so hopefully one of them it sort of evens itself out over the course of the season, so hopefully one or two of them might go our way in the second half of the season, you know, but really frustrating, you know, and then even the first one, when I've watched it back, still quite dubious, to be honest with you. The whole ball's over the line, but the linesman gave that, you know, so I think a couple of decisions went against us, but in general play, you could have probably looked and thought a draw was a fair result, but when you watch the game back and you see those decisions, especially the penalty claim, because it's a big call, the reaction tells you it's a penalty, but when you see it back, it's ridiculous how he cannot give that as a penalty kick. So frustrated, but we move on. That's gone. It's in the past. Just want to make sure that, you know, we're focused for this Saturday now, and we'll move on.
The technology, of course, is there. Should VAR come down to other leagues, do you think?
Possibly. I've seen the problems it's caused. You know, I've seen the problems it caused in the Premiership in terms of the Livingston goal. You know, they've apologised for that, you know, but that doesn't help David Martindale and Livingston after the event, you know. If VAR is in play on Tuesday night, we're getting a penalty all day, every day for that, and that's probably the hard part. Listen, am I a fan of it? Not really, you know. Sometimes you just got to say people make mistakes in life, you know, but that's two big mistakes that have sort of gone against us in terms of handballs. So, as I say, hopefully it evens itself out over the course of the season, you know. But it's a sore one because it could have been 3 points on the board for us coming up the road. But I think in general play, probably the draw was probably the fair result, but it's frustrating.
And just finally, having kissed and made up with the fans who are totally behind you now, you've got 400 or so going down?
Brilliant, yes, and I must admit the back end this year has been excellent. Home games and away games, even there was 150 went down on Tuesday night, you know, a freezing cold Tuesday night, conditions weren't the best, but they've travelled and they've got behind the boys, and I've said it I don't know how many times, they've been brilliant. From the minute we took the job on at Dumbarton, and they've just got better, more fans are coming back, but 400 going to Scottish Cup game on Saturday is excellent. It should be a great atmosphere. I'm really looking forward to it, you know, and the boys are as well. So we'll need to make sure that we are at our best.